Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. And today we have a big, juicy clump. Well, we have a juicy clump. We have some other big, juicy clumps coming of Haydn sacred and secular choral works. Fabulous stuff. Beginning with this charmer, the Theresian Messe, one of the last great ones. This is, remember, Haydn snobbies. Let's not talk about it. We have Hoboken 22 number 12 and Hoboken 22 number 6. Guess what those are? There we go. No, it's the Theresian Messe and the Missa Sancti Nicolai, the Nicolai Messe, as it's known, with the choir of the English Concert and the English Concert itself under Trevor Pinnock, with excellent soloists Nancy Argenta, Catherine Robin, Michael Schade, and Alistair Miles. Pinnock's Haydn was all good. It was all really, really good. His Nelson Mass and Te Deum are unbelievable. And we've talked about those before. They're upstairs and downstairs and sideways. I have them everywhere. But this is very, very beautiful. The Theresian Messe is just fantastic work. It's one of the last masses, one of the late ones. They are magnificent pieces all. They're like big choral symphonies. And if you don't know them, you really should hear them. And these are wonderful performances. So yes, we're off to a good start. Actually, this is all good stuff. We have The Seasons with Raphael Kubelik on Orfeo. This is one of those live thingies, I think. It was a Bavarian radio recording done on March 9th, 1972, with Edith Mathis, Franz Krauss, and Werner Hollweg, excellent soloists. Kubelik was really, really good at large choral music. I mean, he was good at like Wagner operas too, like Die Meistersinger and things. He had a vision, a sense of bigness, and how to shape large swaths of music. And this has many swaths. It's a beautiful, beautiful performance. It's so nice to have. There we go. And speaking of Die Jahrzeiten, here's Gardner's, John Eliot Gardner's. This is a really, really fine one as well. The soloists are Barbara Bonney, Anthony Rolfe Johnson, Andreas Schmidt, with the Monteverdi Choir and the English Baroque soloists. Gardner does a very good job at this. He's particularly adept at the fun stuff, the hunting chorus and the drunken thing in autumn, and I was very impressed with this. It's like all of Gardner's performances. It's a little on the cool side. It's neat. It's very clean and very clear. But this is a work that tends to sprawl, and Gardner encompasses the whole thing very successfully. I enjoy this performance still actually quite a bit. It's really very, very nice. And if you want to hear it in English, here we go. Yes, with Colin Davis, the BBC Chorus and Symphony Orchestra, with Heather Harper. Oh, Heather Harper is wonderful. Ryland Davies and John Shirley Quirk before his voice began to quirk and quaver. And it's so much fun. I just, this is the old one where they gave you like a booklet. You got a booklet, and the booklet usually had the words. This doesn't have the words here. Well, this booklet doesn't have the words. Never mind. But they sing in English, "Her face in dewy veil concealed." Yes, that's it. So, not that it helps you to hear what the English is, but, these works were published jointly in German and English, so it's perfectly legitimate to do the English. It's very funny, when people hear the English, and English critics particularly, they're always criticizing how terrible the words are, as if the German words are any better. Really? They are a scaffolding for the music. Even Haydn hated the words. His chorus in praise of industry, Haydn said, I've been an industrious person all my life, but it would never occur to me to set industry to music. He called the libretto Frenchified trash and said composing this killed him. So there you go. But what a great job he did. So there you are. That's that one. And then last but not least for this clump, because they're all boxes. This is a serious box. this is the complete Haydn masses, and other things, Te Deums and short choral works, Ave Regina and the Missa Sunt Bona Mixta Malis. Ooh, that's only 6 minutes long. There's a lot of them. Well, they go up to Hoboken, I don't know, 13 or 14 or 15. So there's more than a dozen mass settings and other things. And this is the box featuring the Collegium Musicum 90 under Richard Hickox. I am not a huge fan of these performances. Hickox would have been better off if he'd used not period instrument forces, I think, and just a big choir and orchestra and went nuts on it like he did on, Vaughan Williams' 5 Tudor portraits. Because these performances tend to be a little small-scaled and I think a little interpretively shallow. Unfortunately, there's some very good soloists. Susan Gritton, Janice Watson, Nancy Argenta, Lorna Anderson, Pamela Helen Stephen, Catherine Denley, Louise Winter, Mark Padmore, Stephen Varco, Ian Watson. It's good, but it's not like Pinnock, for example, who's far more compelling and dynamic in the music than Hickox is. I think maybe he froze a little bit. It happens so much with Haydn. People just can't turn themselves loose on the music the way that it demands. So I have reservations, but you could do worse. I also have several of these boxes. Don't ask me why. So there you have it, friends. A first clump of Haydn sacred things. So thanks for joining me and keep on listening. Take care.